Opposite day, I see. Hello, Renardina. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I have to drink water. I keep forgetting to do that part. Oh. Okay. So close. What makes sense? Am I doing a time limit or a page limit? I do have to finish golf time. So, gotta bear them. Oh, wait. Don't say. Okay, I think I could do it by page limit. We're on 659, and we just have to get to 680. 1 is the start of book 6. Wow. Is that too many pages? All right, let's see. If it starts to drag, I go. I set up a clock. Chapter 4, Building Directories and Contents. In this chapter, we're going to learn about creating and deleting directories, getting the contents of a directory, copying and moving and why they are related, moving and renaming files and why they are similar. This is all review for when I did operating systems. Way long ago. Fun. We're about to say using C and using Linux. We're about to say something you might not believe. C++ provides no functions for creating directories. Hi, Hawaii. We're about to say something you might not believe. C++ provides no functions for creating directories and getting the contents of a directory. Really? We know it's hard to believe. Oh no. Really? We know it's hard to believe. But we can make 2 points about this. Hi, I'm in California. If that's what you're asking. Really, we know it's hard to believe, but we can make 2 points about this. There really is a more or less good reason for this lack. C++ is a general-purpose language. Issues that deal with directories are specific to individual operating systems. Thus, it doesn't make sense to include such features in C++. So, what I'm saying is, when I had to do the project, I had to be able to... You're also in California? That's cool. I had to be able to make a semi... I forgot what it's called, but it had to effectively... Shell. It was a shell. And I had to be able to use that to set up commands that could be able to pull open files to get words, to then change something in the words, to then save that changed thing. So it's still a little foggy, but a lot of this is coming back. So that's a fun time. Renardina said at Hawaii, it says hi, just like the state. Oh yeah, that is like HI is definitely short for Hawaii. And then Hawaii says OP. I just subscribed. Oh, thank you. I don't know what OP is, but thank you for subscribing. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. It's gonna do this little thing because I gotta text my boyfriend real quick. I'll be right back. Right back. Okay, continuing. I'm not playing the area code game. Okay. Really, we know it's hard to believe, but we can make 2 points about this. There really is a more or less good reason for the lack of for its lack. C++ is a general-purpose language. Issues that deal with output directories are specific to individual operating systems. Thus, it doesn't make sense to include such features in C++. Supposedly, so they say, we guess, whatever. Some brave rebels have added some functions, and these functions exist in most C++ implementations. Phew, that's a good thing. Otherwise, you'd have to call into the operating system to create or modify a directory. C++ has a holdover from the C programming language in the header file, stdio.h, that includes functions for renaming and removing files and directories. Interesting. Oh yes, and there's another one in there for creating a temporary file. Even more interesting. Warning, in this chapter we present you with ways to manipulate directories and files. We have tested these routines only for the GCC compiler that comes with the code : blocks product for OS X, Linux, and Windows. If you're working with a different compiler or operating system, try out. They probably will work. Remember, for the examples in this chapter, you need to add both #include stdio.h and #include io.h to the beginning of the source code file. Please do not confuse this file with the ios.h. That's another header file, but not the right one to mess with just now. Now again, if you're working with a compiler other than code : blocks, we cannot guarantee that you'll find io.h in your include directory. However, there's a good chance you will. Look for it. Huh? Why? Hi, I got my glasses from my clinic. Reinardina, no, that is not. No, that's not my. Someone had that question. Apparently, that is a North Carolina area code. That is my birthday. No, I haven't gone to Hawaii. And hi, Hawaii. Does said hi the thing that people say when they're leaving? I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe. Well, thank you for saying hi. And if you left, I understand. I'm glad you came by to say hi. It's so fun. Oh, well, that's good. That's fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, do I have to start showing things? Because it's kind of hard to drink my water and do that. Okay, fine. Oh, no. Don't break the book. That's not my book. Silly me. Duct tape. I have to find some tape. Here we. Okay, I have some tape. I have to because I'm just. I'm mad. So many kids be ripping their papers or someone else's. And I can't even trip about. I just go and find some tape. Okay. Rarity is set at Hawaii, up into Hawaii. Well, that's cool. I probably could have used a better piece of tape that wasn't so yucky looking. All right. Let me try it again. Okay, that wasn't too much of the page. All right, Hawaii. Thank you so much. Go ahead and have a good evening. I look forward to when you have time in the future that is farther from your bedtime. Or, on a weekend. Maybe that has something to do with something. Please enjoy it. Have some pleasant dreams. Love tomorrow. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but I like to do Wednesday 11. So, love will likely be a thing tomorrow for dancing time. I don't know if you like dancing time, but I sure do. Okay. Thank you, Hawaii. Okay, so said hi must mean bye or something like that. Okay. Ryan, you said, wish I was stalking. No. No. It's the 28th. Yeah, I did just tear the library book. That's why I had to tape it real quick. I wasn't trying to. I was trying to turn the page, and that didn't work out too good. But at least I have enough sense to do the repairs and don't let it just get worse. Oh, okay. Hawaii said, okay, bye, and then also said hi. I swear I need to look this up. That has been a trend lately. No, we're in Herdina. Anderson said, wish I was stalking Becky because I thought you said your B-Day was on the 24th of the 8th. No, it's the 28th of the 8th month. I was so excited for a while there because I thought I had the 29th of August, which is Michael Jackson's birthday. I was so pumped about that, but then one day my grandma's like, my mom's mom, she's like, oh, I looked at your birth certificate and actually it's the 28th. And I was crestfallen. I literally was. Okay, continuing on. I don't think we're going to get very far in this, but that's okay. We'll get to what we get to. Manipulating directories. Maybe we'll just get through. Yeah. Maybe. Manipulating, getting the contents, moving. Okay. We can get to chapter 5. Then that's where we're going to break. I forgot. The chapter 5 was involved. Okay. Oh. That's very kind of you to say. I'm not quite sure why, but. So we're gonna get through living direct. Okay, so effectively we're gonna get through the next She, Brian or Dita, you were a trip sometimes. We're gonna get through the next technically 7 pages because last page is blank. Okay, and then that's gonna be it for today. But the good news is, what? What do you mean? Sorry, you're it's good. I appreciate this. This is very awesome. Thank you, Rainer Dina. Nothing to be sorry about. It's nice to have an opportunity to communicate and feel like a regular person. Usually I show up at work and I'm just some lady who's telling me something that I don't want to hear, so I don't have to listen. Who do you think you are anyway? And it's not necessarily just the students who think that. I gotta say, yesterday was pretty fun though. I was studying for a kindergarten teacher and they were actually really cool. There's some first grade, there was some kindergartners, there's some former first graders. I don't know how that worked out, but the point is, that's pretty cool. I will never understand how to, what? These are some very, if I ever get the opportunity to make some emojis, I am going to enjoy doing that. What? Flowers and fish. Oh, okay. Beautiful. That does seem like there are a lot of flowers and fish in Hawaii. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Anyway, manipulating directories. There are a couple of functions you can use for creating and deleting directories. These functions are in the io.h header file. Creating a directory. If you want to create a directory, you can call the mkdir function. If the function can create the directory for you, it returns a 0. Otherwise, it returns a non-zero value. When we ran it, we got a -1. But your best bet always is to test it against 0. Here's some sample code found in the make directory example that uses this function. All kinds of emojis. Okay, waves and popcorn and volcanoes. Volcanoes make sense. YouTube, water, box. Kitty in box, that's cute. Oh, Chinese food, yum. Kitty in box and thumbs up and lotions. Okay, Hawaii. Thank you. Those are very cool. Let's take a break from emoji time, though. Spammy is kind of thing. Oh, that is discouraged. Okay. Thank you. Hashtag include IOStream. Hashtag include standard.out.h. Hashtag include io.h. Using needs to be standard. It's main. If mcdir. And then that is ABC does not equal 0. C out. I'm so sorry. I was not inline. C out able to create your directory inline. C out as you asked of me. I do hope inline. C out you are still able to achieve inline. C out your goals in life. Now go away inline. Return 0. Okay. Renardina is saying he enjoys spamming time. Okay. Sure, go for it then. I was just majorly worried that Renardina would have a problem with spamming today, but Hawaii, you're in luck. Spam away, apparently. Granted, Renardina could be trolling right now. Hard to say if he's trolling you or trolling me. Guess we'll have to find that one out. Okay. Tip. Notice, as usual, that so you are in Hawaii. Okay. Tip. Notice, as usual, that we used a / in the call to make dir. And Windows, you can use either / or a /. But if you use a /, you have to use 2 of them, as you normally would to get a / into a C++ string. For the sake of portability, we recommend always using a /. After you run this example, you should see a new directory named ABC added to the /CPP_AIO /book5 /chapter04 directory on your system. Warning. Oh, you are in Hawaii for 8 weeks? Oh, that's not too bad. That's a beautiful place to be in for 8 weeks. The reason I say that is because typically the main thing I hear about Hawaii is since it is an island, everything costs so much more because you have to import everything. And I just said I don't do modding anymore. My only rule is just don't be a complete a-hole. What did I do? You're not modding anymore? Well, I understand if you need to take a break. Did I do that? I feel like Seaverco right now, but did I do that? Because you're like best modder. Hawaii says yep, yes, and then Kitty. Reiner, Dina, you're like best modder. Like without you and Michael, things would be chaos. Oh, super chaos. Oh, or do you want chaos? Is that the thing? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's fun sometimes. Well, anyway, if you're taking a break, okay, hopefully it's not a permanent break. That'd be a bummer. Okay. Warning. It would be nice to create an entire directory tree structure in one fell swoop, doing a call such as make dir /abc/def/ghi/ghi/jkl without having any of the ABC, DEF, or GHI directories already existing. But alas, you can't. The function won't create a JKL directory unless the ABCDEFGHI directory exists. That means you have to break this call into multiple calls. First create ABC, then create ABCDEF, and so on. Tip: if you do want to make all the directories at once, you can use the system function as we described and using the quick and dirty method sidebar later in this chapter. If you execute system make dir /abc/def/ghi/ghi/jkl, you'll be able to make the directory in one fell swoop. Deleting a directory. It's fun to go on a cleaning spree and just toss everything out. And so it makes sense that deleting a directory is easy. To do it, you can just call the rmdir function, passing the name, rmdir function, passing the name of the directory. If you want to find out whether it worked, test its results against 0. Here's some sample code as found in the delete directory example. Ryder just said, I have no idea what the mod rules are, so whatever. Okay. I said I just subscribed. Thank you, Hawaii. I already said Hawaii is expensive, but when you live there, you make a lot of money, so it balances itself out. And I said, true. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess the same thing could be said about California, but just not how I'm doing California. I'm doing California the crap way of California doing, apparently. Okay. Hashtag include, I have stream, hashtag include studio, standard IO.h, hashtag include IO.h, using into a standard, into mean, if, rmdir, ABC, well, /ABC, does not equal 0, see out, life is difficult sometimes, and inline. Sometimes you just don't get what inline you asked for. Sorry, see out. See out. No? Really? See out, life is difficult sometimes, comma, and inline. See out, sometimes you just don't get what inline cout. You asked for a period, and this is one inline cout. Such case, period. I just couldn't remove inline cout. The directory for you. Better inline cout. Luck next time, comma, my dear friend, inline return 0. After you run this example, the /cpp underscore AIO / book 5 / chapter 04 / ABC directory that you created in the previous section will go away. Make sure you verify that the directory is added and removed as expected. Remember, this approach works only if the directory is not empty. If the directory has at least one file in it, the function can't remove the directory and returns a non-zero result. Then you get to see the nice friendly message that we're particularly proud of. Bernardina said, no, California's life on hard mode. Oh, okay then. Getting the contents of a directory. If you want to read the contents of a directory, that's going to be helpful for what I need to do for creating that channel to put the non-copyrighted things in. Getting the contents of a directory. If you want to read the contents of a directory, you're really going against what's available in the standard C++ language. However, the counsels of the great libraries of C++, that is, the people who wrote most of the available C++ libraries, usually built in some handy functions for getting the contents of a directory. A directory usually contains multiple files as well as other directories. Getting a list of contents is involved. You don't just call a function and get something back. We're not sure what that something would be, other than a pretty basic list. Of course, if the standard C++ library included a function for getting information, it would likely be a template class that contains the directory contents, unless the library doesn't support it. Delphi supports it, but don't get us going. Instead, you have to climb through such functions. Here's how it works. That's a fun cowboy hat one. Call find first, passing in a path name and a pattern for the files whose names you want to find. For example, pass star period star to get all files in the directory, or star period text to get all files ending in .txt. Also pass it a pointer to a underscore find data underscore t structure. 2. Check the results of underscore find first. If underscore find first return -1, it didn't find any files, which means you're finished. Otherwise, it fills the underscore find data underscore t structure with the first file it found, and it will return a number that you use in subsequent calls to the various find functions. 3. Look at the underscore find data underscore t structure to determine the name of the file and other information such as create date, last access date, and size. 4. Call underscore find next and pass it the following values: the number returned from underscore find first and the address of a underscore find data underscore t structure. If underscore find next returns -1, found no more files, you can go to step 5. Otherwise, look at the underscore find data underscore t structure to get the information for the next file found. Then repeat step 4. 5. Call underscore find close and pass it the number returned from underscore find first. We're all finished. Whoa. Yeah. Ouch. That's kind of bizarre, but it's the way things used to be done in the old days of programming. Before the mainstream languages developed such civilized features as classes and objects, we just had structures. We had to pass a bunch of information around by hand and walk to school uphill both ways in the snow. Renardina said, "What do you call a bull that doesn't have its horns yet?" And Hawaii said hi. Hi. Okay. Renardina says, "What do you call a bull that doesn't have its horns yet?" What? Okay. You leave me hanging, Renardina. Oh. Well, that's a good one. Cowboy. Gotcha. Okay. I should have known. That's a good one. The Get Directed Contents example in Listening 4-1 shows how we implemented this elegant, old-fashioned process. Oh, so you don't have to do that anymore? That's great. All right. Listening 4-1 using code to read the contents of a directory. Hashtag include iostream. Hashtag include io.h. Hashtag include time.h. Hashtag include string. Using namespace standard string. Chop strings. Ampersand string. String res equals str. It's len equals str dot length. If str len minus 1 equals backslash forward slash r res dot replace len minus 1 comma 1 comma empty quote empty double quotes pair len equals str dot length if str len minus 1 equals forward slash n res dot replace len minus 1 comma 1 comma those are quotes. Yeah, pair of empty quotes. Return res. Void. Ooh. Dump entry. Underscore find data. Underscore t. Represent data. String. Create time. See time. At data dot time. Underscore create. See out. Chop. Create time. / t. See out data dot size. / t. If data dot attrib at underscore a underscore subdir equals underscore a underscore subdir. See out straight brace data dot name. So open straight brace data dot name. Close straight brace inline else. See out data dot name inline. Int mean underscore find data underscore t data and ff equals underscore find first dot dot all that stuff comma at data. If ff does not equal -1, int res equals 0, while res does not equal -1. Dump entry data res equals underscore find next ff comma ampersand data underscore find close ff return 0. You can see how in main we followed the steps we just outlined, and for each of the data structures we used our own function called dump entry. The dump entry function prints out the information about the file. Here's what you should see when you run the application. The current directory entry, the parent directory entry, and the 4 directories contain the examples for this chapter. Sun, December 15, 1940, 2013, 0. So same thing, but the difference is that's dot, that's dot, dot. That says delete directory, that says get directory contents, that says make directory, and that says rename file. Note how in the dumped entry function, we're testing whether the item is a directory. This is another old but reliable way to program. We check for the presence of one particular tiny little bit in the middle of the attrib member of the structure, like this. If data.attrib ampersand underscore a underscore subdir equals underscore a underscore subdir C out opening straight brace data.name closing straight brace inline. And finally, you'll notice a strange function we included called chop. That's because when we wrote the application, we discovered that the cTime function, otherwise handy for formatting the time, adds a carriage return or new line to the end of the string it creates. So we chop that off. Otherwise, the information after the date has to start on the next line of text, which wasn't what we wanted. Copying files. Copying a file, something so simple. It happens all the time. Copy this file. Do I still feel like doing this? Not really. All right. We're going to stop right there. We're going to pick things up at copying a file next time. And then we should be able to move into chapter 5 in the same string. So that would be good. Okay, Renardina, we'll see what your availability looks like for next time I feel like doing C++ on for dummy, All-In-One for Dummies. Again, we are almost done with book 5, chapter 5? Is that what we just started? Amazing. No. We're almost done with book 5, chapter 4. So, go to sleep, little one. I mean, I will actually make my bedtime. I just got to eat something, and then I'm going to get some more Kingdom Hearts grinding time in. No, hold on. Can't. I have to do golf. I'm going to eat something, and then I'm going to finish the golf game. And then maybe I can get some grinding time after that. But either way, my lovely self is getting in bed by 9 p.m. my time. Right now, it is called 7:21 p.m. my time. So I'm going to go off the stream. Thank you, Renardina, for geeking out with me a bit for C++ on for Dummies time. And thank you for coming by earlier. Well, you may be back, but I have to go. So I look forward to when you can make it to a future stream. Renardina, why are you saying no? It's too early for sleepy time right now. Plus, I have to finish the tournament. Hey, you may have those feelings, and I understand. However, okay. I will figure out how to do both then. But I do have, okay, it should be quick. I already got the first 3-4 holes started. earlier. I just have to finish. It's a 9-holer, and it's a solo play, so I don't have to wait. Fine. I will get in both. But I can't not because, again, my boyfriend really, 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 really loves the game. And I'm in his clan, and I would be very sad if he kicks me out of his clan. That'd be super sad times. So I'm trying to pull my weight. So see you soon for Kingdom Hearts after I get a bit of golf time in, after I get a bit of food time in. Thank you, Renardina. Thank you, Hawaii. Thank you, Nightbot. I mean, so I'm proud of the dance. I kind of forgot to turn that part. Well, hey, you know, I was just in a rush to go do some C++ for Dummies time. Silly me. All right. Thank you for anyone who I may have missed. Renardina. Golf game in Kingdom Hearts. Now, so far they have not done that yet. I'm surprised. I'm surprised about that. Maybe in the future. Sir. Renardina. It's non-negotiable. I have to get it done because I love my boyfriend and I want to make sure it's one of the few things that make him pretty happy on the reg. And he's doing so much crap. I want to do what I can to try to help with that. So I'm sorry that is not your cup of tea. I gotta go get some food. Then I'm gonna knock out the holes. And then hopefully you can tune in for Kingdom Hearts time real soon. Okay. Thank you to anyone who checked this out. And thank you to anyone who, other who I'm already named. And thank you to anyone who might choose it in the future, wherever, however, whatever. Even if it's a golf game that nobody is interested in besides me and my boyfriend. Just make the most of it. That's the most important part. Bye-bye.